Hello students and families, this is your adapted PE teacher at your school. So in your PE classes, we've been doing a lot with catching and throwing. We've been using footballs and we've been using bean bags and we've been using small little playground balls and small little gator balls. So with catching, throwing, and tossing, today I wanted to talk about the difference between underhand tossing and overhand throwing. So today we're going to be using splat balls. Now a lot of our students use these in our adapted PE lessons, and these are just, you need to be careful because they are latex-based rubber. So if you have any students or if your child has latex allergies, we certainly wouldn't want to use these, but we could use a beanbag or other type of material. And these you can find at like Walmart, you can find them online on Amazon. Lots of dollar stores have them, and they are just like a sticky ball filled with water, and so they're allow for some sensory input. They're fun, they're jiggly, they make a splat. Back here behind us, you can make these targets at home. These are just big sheets of construction paper that I've made and numbered. You could also number, so we're doing 1, 2, and 3. You could do 5s, 10s, 15s, count up by 5s. You could count up by 10s. You can count up by 25, so you're working on different point values and working on the math. And if you can see my iPad over there, a lot of times I will allow the student to play against Mr. Young, and we can keep score just on a little scoreboard. And so with the splat balls, what we like to do in this activity is work on differentiating between overhand throwing and underhand tossing, because there's a difference. Underhand tossing, we're using a backward arm motion. Typically we're bending over, so we want to step, bend our hips and our knees, and then toss. Whereas with throwing, we're going to stand nice and tall. We're going to point, step, bring it up, and throw overhand. You may hear tossing used interchangeably, but tossing generally is underhand because you want to do a gentle toss, where a throw is going to be more a hard, forceful action. So for this activity, as you can see, we have a yellow target and an orange target down on the ground. And so we'll put out different place markers, maybe one for you as a parent or for me as a teacher, and then one for the student. And the first round, we're gonna only toss. So we're gonna come up to the orange spot, we're gonna step, bend, tick, tock, toss, and try to get it to stick to our target. Now, I would score 2 points there because it stuck to the 2, and then I could give myself, Mr. Young gets 2 more points. So we're also working on our numbers while we play these fun games. Okay, so we played a round of underhand tossing. Now maybe we want to do overhand throwing. So to work on differentiating or changing back between underhand tossing and overhand throwing. So now for the overhand throw, I'm going to point, step with my opposite foot, bring it up to my shoulder, and throw. Oh no! I threw it too high. So I want to try again. I'm going to point, step, throw, and that time I got a 3 right in the middle. So it's important to remember when overhand throwing especially, there's going to be a different motion. If I'm going to try to throw it really far, I'm going to have a long throwing motion. But if I'm throwing just to the camera here, I might have more of a flick. So in parents, that's really important. If you want to work on throwing for distance or for power, you want to stand far apart. But if we're working on accuracy, form is going to follow function. And so if I'm trying to hit a target really close, it might look more like a flick. So always remember that when doing activities. So go ahead and try this activity at home. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you can practice your overhand throwing and underhand tossing.